She posted, "Normalize keeping secrets from your partner. After ghosting me for 48 hours. I replied by tagging her post with, "Already did." Then changed the locks. She's been calling from her friend's couch ever since. Hey viewers, huge thanks to everyone who's already subscribed. We're getting super close to 10,000. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and help us reach that milestone. My ex-girlfriend is currently discovering what normalized secrets look like when someone else starts keeping them. 2 days ago, she was posting about how healthy it is to hide things from your partner. Today, she's finding out what happens when your partner hides the fact that you no longer live together. Let me back up to Wednesday when this whole mess started. I'm 29M, work as a mechanic, own my own shop, make around 80K annually. Been dating Qley, 25F, for about 11 months. She works as a dental hygienist, decent job, steady income, generally responsible person. We've been living together in my apartment for about 3 months. She'd been staying over most nights since then, but kept her own place as backup. Normal relationship progression, sharing some expenses like groceries and dates, making plans together, no major issues until this week. Tuesday night, Qley mentioned she was going out with her girlfriends after work Wednesday. Sounds fun. Where are you headed? Just dinner and drinks somewhere downtown. Girls' night, you know how it is. What time should I expect you home? Probably around 10 or 11. Nothing too crazy since it's a weeknight. Wednesday evening came and went. No text at 10, no call at 11. Midnight passed with complete silence. I texted around 12:30 a.m. Hey, just checking you're okay. Running later than expected? No response. Thursday morning I woke up to nothing. No text, no missed call, no explanation. Qley had completely vanished. I called her around 8 a.m. straight to voicemail. Tried again at lunch. Voicemail. Sent a text. Qley, this is weird. Can you please just let me know you're safe? Radio silence. Thursday evening I was starting to get genuinely worried. This wasn't like her at all. We'd never gone more than a few hours without some kind of contact. I called her work around 4 p.m. to see if she'd shown up. Oh hi Tom, Qley called in sick today, said she had food poisoning from last night. So she was alive, conscious, and able to make phone calls, just not to me. Thursday night I tried calling one more time, voicemail again. Friday morning I decided to check social media and reach out to her friends to see if anyone knew what was going on. Her friend Jessica answered when I called. Oh hey Tom, yeah, Qley mentioned she needed some space to think about stuff. She's fine, just dealing with some personal things. Personal things that require complete radio silence? She said she'd call you when she was ready to talk. That's when I checked Instagram and found my real answer. Qley had posted a story Thursday evening. Sometimes you need space to figure things out. Not everything has to be shared immediately. Friday afternoon she posted again. Normalize keeping secrets from your partner. Some things are meant to be private. That second post really hit different. Here I was worried she'd been in an accident or something serious, and she was posting about how healthy it was to keep secrets from your partner. While I was panicking about her safety, she was treating our relationship like some kind of social experiment in boundaries. I screenshot both posts and sat in my garage for about an hour thinking about what Qley was really saying. She wanted to normalize keeping secrets from your partner. She wanted space without explanation. She wanted to disappear for 2 days and then post about how private information was healthy. Fine, I could work with that philosophy. Friday evening I sent her a text. Saw your post about normalizing secrets. Message received loud and clear. Then I started making arrangements. Update 1. 48 hours later. Friday night, I carefully packed all the belongings she brought over during our 3 months of staying together. Clothes, toiletries, books, everything she'd gradually moved in. Since she still had her own apartment, I knew she had somewhere for her stuff to go. Took photos of everything to document her property, then loaded it all into my truck. Saturday morning I drove to her apartment building and left everything neatly organized outside her door. Since she'd kept paying rent on her own place, she had full access to retrieve her belongings. Then I changed the locks on my apartment. If she wanted space and secrets, she could have them from her own place. Saturday afternoon, Qley finally decided to break her silence. My phone started buzzing around 2 p.m. Tom, where are you? My key isn't working. I let it ring. She called again. I ignored it. Text message. Tom, this isn't funny. Why won't my key work? I replied, decided to give you the space you needed to keep your secrets private. What does that mean? It means I'm practicing what you've been posting about. Tom, open the door. We need to talk. I'm not ready to share what's happening. Sometimes you need space to figure things out. My phone started ringing constantly. I turned it off and went to catch up on some work at the shop. Sunday morning, I turned my phone back on to find 23 missed calls and about 40 text messages. The messages went through all the usual stages. Confusion. Tom, what is going on? Anger. You can't just lock me out of my home. Bargaining. If you let me in, we can talk about whatever's wrong. Desperation. I have nowhere to stay tonight. I replied to the last one. You have your own apartment. Your stuff is outside your door. That was different. How was it different? I just needed some time to think. So do I. The difference is I'm being honest about it. Tom, please, I'm sorry I didn't call you back right away. You didn't call me back at all, for 2 days. I was going through something personal, and you decided to post about it on social media instead of talking to your boyfriend. I needed space to process. So do I. I'm processing whether I want to live with someone who thinks disappearing for 48 hours is normal behavior. You're being ridiculous. I'm being consistent with your philosophy about keeping secrets and needing space. Sunday evening, she tried a different approach, called from a number I didn't recognize. Tom, it's me. I borrowed someone's phone. Hi, Qley. How's the secret keeping going? Stop being like this. I can explain everything. I don't need explanations. I need space to figure things out, just like you did. Where am I supposed to get my stuff? Your stuff is at your apartment where you left it. I returned everything to your building. Tom, this is insane. I was only gone for 2 days. 2 days without any contact while posting about how healthy secrets are. That post wasn't about you. What was it about then? It was about, it's complicated. Sounds like something you should keep private. I respect your boundaries. I hung up and blocked that number too. Update 2. 1 week later. The past week has been enlightening in terms of what Qley's space to figure things out actually meant. Monday, I heard through mutual friends that she'd been staying with her friend Jessica since the weekend. Apparently, she was having issues with her own apartment, something about a lease situation that made it complicated to move back in immediately. Tuesday, Qley's sister called me. Tom, what happened between you and Qley? She's saying you locked her out over nothing. I gave her the space she needed to keep her secrets private. What secrets? Ask her. She's the one who posted about normalizing keeping secrets from your partner. She said that was just a general post about boundaries. Boundaries like disappearing for 48 hours without any contact. She said she needed time to think about some personal stuff. What kind of personal stuff requires complete radio silence while posting on social media? I don't know the details. Neither do I. That's the point of keeping secrets, right? Wednesday, I found out what Qley had really been doing during her mysterious 2-day disappearance. My buddy Marcus works at a bar downtown and mentioned seeing Qley there Wednesday and Thursday nights. Not with her girlfriends like she told me. With some guy Marcus didn't recognize. They seemed pretty cozy, he said. Definitely not a girls' night situation. Thursday, I ran into Jessica at the grocery store. Tom, I need to ask you something. Qley's been staying with me and she's pretty upset about the apartment situation. She can have her belongings anytime. They're in storage. She said you locked her out without warning. I gave her the same amount of warning she gave me before disappearing. She said she was dealing with family drama. What kind of family drama? Something about her ex trying to get back in touch. There it was. The secret Qley had needed 48 hours to figure out. Her ex-boyfriend had come back around and she'd needed space to explore her options. Did she mention what she decided about the ex situation? She said it was complicated, but she realized she wanted to work things out with you. Interesting timing on that realization. What do you mean? I mean, she figured out what she wanted right around the time her keys stopped working. Friday, Qley finally got desperate enough to call me during my lunch break. Tom, please, we need to talk about this situation. I'm at work. This isn't the place. Then when? You won't answer my calls. You won't let me in the apartment. I'm still processing your philosophy about keeping secrets and needing space. I told you that wasn't about us. So disappearing for 2 days to hang out with your ex wasn't about us. Her face went white. How did you know about that? I normalized keeping some secrets from my partner. Just like you taught me. Tom, nothing happened with him. What did happen? He called me Tuesday night and wanted to meet up. I was confused about how I felt, so I needed time to think. Time to think while lying to me about girls' night. I didn't want to hurt you by mentioning he'd contacted me, so you decided to hurt me by disappearing instead. I thought I could figure it out without dragging you into the drama. By posting about how healthy it is to keep secrets from your partner. I was trying to convince myself that some things should stay private. How did that work out? I realized I made a mistake. I want to be with you, not him. What made you realize that? Spending time with him reminded me why we broke up in the first place. So you needed to test drive your ex to remember why you preferred me? It wasn't like that. What was it like? I was confused and handled it badly. You were exploring your options while keeping me in the dark about it. Tom, please, I'll never do anything like this again. You're right, you won't. Final update. 3 weeks later. Life has been much more straightforward since ending things with Qley. Turns out, not wondering if your girlfriend is secretly auditioning her ex-boyfriend reduces stress significantly. Qley's housing situation played out as expected. Jessica got tired of the indefinite couch surfing after about 10 days. Her own apartment situation was more complicated than she'd initially let on. Apparently, she'd been planning to give it up and move in with me officially, so she was stuck with lease issues. Her complicated situation with her ex resolved itself too. Turned out he wasn't interested in a serious relationship, just wanted to see if she was available for casual hanging out. Once he realized she needed actual support and housing help, he disappeared again. Most of her friend group gradually got tired of the drama. Jessica especially seemed relieved when Qley moved out and stopped processing her relationship decisions out loud. Qley tried reaching out through mutual friends several times. Always the same story. She'd made a mistake, learned her lesson, was ready to be completely honest now. Too little, too late. Started dating someone new recently. Maria works as a teacher, has her own place, believes in crazy concepts like communication and not disappearing when faced with decisions. When I told her about the Qley situation, her response was perfect. Anyone who thinks secrets make relationships healthier probably isn't ready for relationships. The revenge wasn't elaborate or dramatic. It was just giving Qley exactly what she'd posted about wanting. Normalized secret keeping and space to figure things out. She wanted to disappear for 48 hours without explanation while posting about healthy boundaries. I gave her all the space she could handle by making her disappearance permanent. Qley thought she could test her options with her ex while keeping me as her backup plan at home. She assumed I'd be waiting around while she figured out which relationship offered her more. Instead, she learned that people who keep secrets shouldn't be surprised when secrets are kept from them. The Instagram post said it all. Normalize keeping secrets from your partner. My comment was honest. Already did. She got exactly what she posted about wanting. A relationship where secrets were normalized and partners gave each other space to figure things out. Perfect lesson in being careful what you normalize. She wanted secrets to be healthy in relationships. She got the healthiest secret of all, that she was no longer in one. The lock change was just the physical representation of what she'd already done to our relationship by choosing to explore other options while lying about it. Sometimes the best response to someone normalizing bad behavior is to normalize better boundaries. Qley learned that disappearing to test other relationships has consequences, especially when you broadcast your philosophy about secret keeping on social media. The couch she's been calling from is probably more comfortable than the bed she gave up to spend 2 days figuring out that her ex wasn't worth it. But that's what happens when you normalize keeping secrets from people who provide your stability.